Hello. Today I want to talk about 5 reasons to start an emergency fund, even if you are low income. Huh? Yeah, yeah. Let's talk about it. All right. One of the first things that I would like to think that many people would love to have is peace of mind. That is huge. Having peace of mind, knowing that you have something enough of to rely on. You would be shocked and amazed to know how many people do not even have $1,000 in emergency savings. Can't even cover a $1,000 emergency. That is scary. That is really, really scary. And I even mentioned here, even if you are low income. So you might be saying, but wait a minute, I'm low income. How can I even begin to start an emergency fund? Start small, but be consistent. Bring in extra income. It always goes back to the same old two things: bring in income, extra income, and cut back. Cut back, extra income. Cut back, extra income. And it does take work. It does take work. Rome was not built in a day, honestly. But isn't it nice to know that as you're building up that little bit of a cushion, you are definitely building up a little bit extra peace of mind. Next reason, self reliance. Not having to depend on someone else, on some other outside resource, knowing that you can do it. Yeah, you can. Here's a lot of reasons why people don't do it. They lack confidence, and I know I've addressed this many times, but people seem to fluff it off. But lacking self-confidence can really interfere in a lot of people's decision-making process. Even building up an emergency fund. Oh, I can't do it. I tried and I failed. Okay, you might have tried, you might have failed in the past. Dust yourself off, do it again. What? Yes, because I believe in you and I believe you can do it. We don't always get it right the first time, including myself. We don't always get things right the first time sometimes. And that's no big deal. You try again. And when you do get it right, oh my goodness, the great feeling that you have of accomplishment and that feeling of self reliance, not having to depend on someone else. I don't mean to sound rude, but don't do that. Don't put all of your eggs in one basket. Don't always expect that somebody else is going to come in and fix the problem. We have to fix our own problem. Okay, that's just how it works. Um, Next reason: sudden income loss. Do I even have to really explain sudden income loss? I mean, the events of recent, without getting into it. I was astonished to learn that people that I thought like that had really secure jobs are ending up using certain outside help. It really surprised me. I don't believe it's an income problem in certain cases. I believe it's a money management problem. But that's my opinion, and that's for another show. Just saying, just saying. I'm talking about people that had like really, really great jobs in general in life. And I've seen this before where people who have like really not that much of an income, how come they're ahead of the game? Because they know money management. It takes time, it takes effort, it takes a little bit of work, and it takes energy. Well, maybe sometimes a lot of bit of work, but so worth it. Next, always being able to have your food secure, not having to rely on outside, here again I say it, on outside resources. I'm not saying that there aren't situations when people need people go down on their luck. I'm not saying that that doesn't exist, but I'm talking about for the most part it's very, very important to build up an emergency fund. Okay. Unexpected here's something nobody talks about. Sometimes in life, unexpected horrible life events occur: fires, floods. And what happens? A person is displaced from their own home and they have to move somewhere. Whoa, that costs money. And if you don't have enough money to be able to do that, it's going to really, really, really be very, very difficult. So I just outlined a few reasons that, in my opinion, 5 reasons to start an emergency fund, even if you are low income. So again, the same rules apply for everyone. Cut back on expenses. Sometimes we don't realize how many frivolous expenses that we actually have. Think about it. We just don't know. Examine your own situation. Only you could do that. Take a minute, make yourself a nice cup of tea, put on some relaxing music, just take a breath, free from distraction. Analyze your budget, analyze where your expenses are going. Sometimes, sometimes people just do not realize it. They just don't know. Lack of knowledge. Knowledge is power. And in this case, it really, really makes a lot of good sense to do that. So I'm wishing everybody the very best. Save a little bit on a regular basis. Start small. Try at least for the first month. The goal is 3 to 6 months at this time. That's what a lot of experts are saying and have been saying for a little while. Some people go so much as at least 6 months to a year, but we don't want to scare anyone off. Start small, especially at the beginning. Starting small and having a little bit of something sure beats having a lot of nothing.